Hey everybody, Sterling R. Jackson. Today we're going to talk about jaw tension when it comes to singing. If that's something you experience, then watch this video.
Don't even look at him, don't open the dialogue, 'cause he'll take a part of you.
All right, everybody. So this is something I still struggle with. God knows if you start a video off like that and you're presenting yourself as a professional, then people will be like, you deal with that too? And then they'll get upset. And because, look, right out of the gate, if you have a singing coach, but you never hear them sing, how much of a coach are they? So you can see me sing for 15 years, good things, bad things in my channel. But yeah, I have my own issues and my own problems, and I lost my voice for a very long amount of time because of health, and got it back, and I still have some struggles. One of them being that when I sing live, I tend to get locked into the jaw a lot. So what we're searching for here, and I'm going to keep this video short, is I'm going to do a scale with you, and we're going to talk a little bit about how the jaw should and should not engage in this process. And what you're looking for here is the feeling. Everything that we're looking for here is based on recognizing a feeling and memorizing that feeling and practicing it over and over again. You're not looking for a perfect scale that you can do every time, or some kind of, it's kind of like the American, I need a pill to fix this kind of thing. It doesn't work that way. If you have a problem, you're trying to learn how to correct it with the way that it should feel. So what we're trying to do here is represent how it should feel so that you can continue to mimic that. Make sense? So now one of the first important things to mention here is that our enunciation when we sing should be toned down. Singing, I'm sorry if I've said this a bunch of times and you're like, we know, but singing is the elongating or the elongation of vowels, and that's the basis of all singing. Once again, I've said this a bunch of times, but if I sing the word great, great, I barely had anything in there except for eight, because that's the thing that makes it singy. That's the thing that makes it sound nice. Everything else makes it sound bad. Great is all terrible. So it's not that you can't enunciate or anything like that, but if you're starting out in singing, or you're kind of really starting to try and understand these things on a muscular level, tone down your enunciation first, mush mouth your way through some things for maybe a couple months, not live or whatever you're doing, but behind the scenes, so that you can start to understand what it should feel like on a singing level, and then you can bring back whatever you need in terms of all those types of dynamics. Okay, so first thing to notice here, when we're singing, we have almost little to no need to go horizontal. If you feel yourself grabbing a hold down here somewhere, and you feel yourself spreading horizontally, yes, that means on an E or the word great or anything like that. R's are totally stupid. We do not have a reason to go horizontal. Everything you're doing, you should be thinking vertically all the time. Think about a line like this, and we're thinking about how to access that verticality. The higher you go, the more vertical you will go. We are learning how to, if you're talking about vowel modification, do you need to learn a specific set of trees of vowel? No, you do not. You need to understand that things open themselves vertically. If you're going higher, E, I don't want to go E, or I'm going to flip right away because it pulls tension into here. Recognize that tension. That is my dog. Recognize that tension. It can be your friend. It is trying to tell you that something needs to shift. So that doesn't mean you need to build more tension, or that you need to spend months building strength because you're not, strong enough yet. No, it's not that. It's telling you that you need to correct something or change something. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all of our vowels on a simple scale. I'm not going to move it around too much. And I'm going to stay lower. If you're female, you can do an octave higher. But I'm going to stay lower for people that have similar to my voice type. We're going to go through all of our vowels. As we ascend the scale, 5-tone scale, we open more vertically each time. So it sounds like this, and it looks like this too. And we're going to be very deliberate about this. I want you to feel like you're unhinging the jaw back here, right around here like a snake. Yes, I know this is all stupid. So A, if we go A, should be a nice I. If the vowel becomes distorted or becomes not completely clear, like we're going to have with E or U, that doesn't matter. That would be considered vowel modification. We're modifying it so that we can open it more vertically. doesn't matter how much of an E you can get through there, especially when you're trying to sing high and you can't do it physically. Then we need to change it. Anyway, let's go through this. We're going to do quite a bit of it. So, and I'm going to change the vowels whenever I, goddamn please, here we go. Back up. One more. Does that make sense? Every time you feel that grab a hold down here, just go more vertically. Force yourself to go more vertically. And this is not a how wide can you open or anything weird like that. We're not trying to put extra tension in the face of the jaw. Now, one more thing I'm going to talk about with this, just to kind of sprinkle this in, which gets into placement and stuff too, but talks about how we're opening vowels or how we're transitioning vowels, is that a lot of these things when you're opening more vertically, to me, it sounds or feels like we're navigating through a Y. So if I go, yeah, yo, it feels like I'm starting with the yeah, and I'm opening that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go same thing, and we're going to get to A, but we're going to transition through E too. So we're going to go A, How about we do random ones? I to O. Oh, I screwed that one up. Did you see that? How I'm going through a Y. These are neat things I come up with when I can't sleep. I played that weird. So I hope this helps a little bit. Keep this in mind when you're singing songs. I know sometimes it's hard to get this stuff to translate from, scales and things into songs, but the same thing applies. The thing you're remembering is the way it feels, and the thing you're also remembering is pinning the lips here. Keep the lips pinned here. You have no need to go sideways. Does it mean you're going to sing Pavarotti opera style your whole life? No. It just means you're learning how it feels, all right? I'm going to go over to Patreon like I usually do. I'm going to extend this lesson a little bit. If you want to join me over there, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you soon.